Où en étais-je? Quelqu'un qui coupe du bois. Salut Drake. Est-ce que t'entends la chainsaw? Je t'ai rendu à descendre.
A clever mechanism.
Bon dimanche matin, Drake.
So this is the legendary secret cellar. The cellar continues on behind these bars. I can't see anything, but I bet that the book's in there somewhere. There are 3 carved figures by the bars.
Merci.
Each one of them has a different precious stone. This one here has a blue sapphire in its head. Strong iron bars without a door or lock. Behind it is a dark room. I somehow have to open the bars.
Il faut ouvrir ça.
This figure looks a bit like a dog. One of its eyes is a large ruby.
Ok, on a un bâton. On a une lumière. Faut envoyer la lumière. J'ai compris.
A staff approximately 2
J'ai
meters
compris.
long with a top made of bronze. Looks like something's missing there. This picture seems to indicate that a ruby belongs in there.
On va refaire le bâton. Mettre la lumière du soleil là-dedans.
A small fat figure. She's holding a mirror above her
Facile.
head.
Facile, facile.
A picture on a stone slab. It depicts a man in a robe with a staff in his hand. A jewel is glinting in the headpiece of the staff. Some sort of light beam shining on it.
Ça marche pas. Ça, je peux le prendre par contre. Ensuite, est-ce que je peux mettre ça là-dessus? Non. Non plus. Regarde.
Guess even a secret cellar is in the end just a cellar, and all cellars have gardening tools such as these gardening shears.
Ok, ça me prend ça là, ça me prend ça. Il va falloir que je ressorte encore, hein. C'est ça la patente dans ce jeu-là. On rentre puis on sort des pièces tout le temps.
Looks ancient.
Je peux pas le prendre.
The sad remains of extinct cultures and of the last camping trip. I can't discover anything of interest amongst this junk.
Ok, ici. Regardez la statue avec les yeux rouges. Regardez la statue avec les yeux verts. Je l'ai pas faite encore.
The spider has an emerald on its back, green. This bird has an eye made out of a blue precious stone. I think it's a sapphire. This figure looks a bit like a dog. One of its eyes is a large ruby.
Ok. Une ouverture dans le sol. Qu'est-ce que
A
c'est?
small circular opening in the ground. It's decorated with an ancient script, just like the picture on the wall.
Ouais. Mets le bâton là-dedans. Je dois me déconnecter. Bonjour à toi, merci Drake. Bonne journée. Merci d'être passé, c'est gentil. Pas ça.
A small fat figure. She's holding a mirror above her head. Looks ancient.
Ok, je peux pas. Ça me prend un objet que j'ai pas. Ça a l'air. Petit bouclier en argent pourtant. Il semble que. Ça irait bien ici. Ça irait bien ici, me semble. Ok, on va aller voir en haut si on peut trouver d'autres choses. Qu'est-ce qui pourrait bien me servir?
tub, about half full of water. Oh, great. This has the professor's washing floating around in it.
Des caleçons sales.
Socks, red underpants.
Il semble que le bouclier en argent, ça fonctionnerait bien. Je comprends pas. On va aller voir notre momie. Qu'est-ce qu'elle a à dire?
Youhou!
Youhou! Vous savez comment ouvrir les barres au sous-sol? Savez-vous où je peux trouver le bijou pour le bâton dans la cave?
I know you've never been down there, but there was a staff in the cellar, and there's a precious stone that belongs on the top of it, a ruby. Do you know where it is?
But of course, Mortimer. You asked me to hide it for you. Don't you remember?
Of course, c'est lui qui l'a
I
caché.
must have forgotten about that.
Oh, what would you do without me?
Could you please just give it to me? I just need it for a second.
Peux-tu nous le donner?
The jewel. And before you ask, I mean the stone that you put somewhere safe for me. And please don't tell me that you've forgotten.
How could I forget that? You said it was very important that no one found the stone.
Oh, okay. Now please can I have it back?
Why would I give a complete and utter stranger Mortimer's stone?
But I am Mortimer.
Don't be ridiculous. You're too tall, too thin, too hairy, and you have those things there.
Mortimer m'a envoyé ici.
I'm a friend of Mortimer.
Peut-être que
He
ça
sent
va
me to
marcher.
fetch something out of the cellar.
I have never seen you here before, and I never forget a face.
Please, it's urgent.
I do not know whether I can trust you. I would only give a really good friend of Mortimer's the jewel.
That's me. I saved his life. Well, maybe.
Really? If you are truly a good friend of
Allez,
Mortimer, then you
donne-moi la
will be able
pierre,
to give me the
please.
answer to the following question.
Oh,
What
question.
color is his underwear?
Je me souviens plus. Ils sont rouges.
Red. He mostly wears red underwear.
That's right. Red silk
Yay.
underwear. But I'm still not quite satisfied. So, what is his cat's name?
C'est un chat? Je me rappelle pas d'avoir vu. On va essayer Maggie.
The cat is called Kitty, I think.
Je dis Maggie.
Definitely not.
Pussy? Felix? Crookshanks? Jess? Or Mrs. Norris?
Je dis Maggie.
You're just guessing now, aren't you?
No.
Well, none of them are right. I knew it. So much for you being a good friend of Mortimer.
But I am. The answer is...
Ah, c'est écrit Moggy. Où je vais trouver le nom de son chat?
I know the answer, but I just have to pop out a moment.
Do hurry. I have a lot on today.
Où trouver le nom de son chat? Le journal?
There's nothing more there of interest to me.
Ok.
Nothing else in there. The box is empty.
Pas là. Comment on fait pour savoir le nom du chat?
Would appear to be a mirror frame. There are still a few broken shards of the old mirror around the edges. The mirror's turned so it reflects the fireplace. Strange.
Mais encore.
I've got a strong suspicion that this thing's got something to do with that light beam drawing on the wall in the cellar. But as long as the shutter outside's closed, no light's going to reach that box.
Ok, faut aller dehors. Comment on fait pour ça?
I bet that the light beam is meant to enter the house through that window. I just can't reach it.
Ok, on va aller chercher le bâton. Peut-être que je l'ai mis dans le trou trop vite.
As long as I'm not expected to do the gardening now.
Ok, c'était pas ça que je voulais prendre. Ouais, c'est correct.
I think I'd better take the staff with me. It might come in handy elsewhere.
Yeah, c'est ça. Ça va être utile ailleurs. C'est ça la patente. Maintenant, est-ce que je peux... Ouh. Ça... Non. Allons dehors. Ah!
The window's open. The last rays of sunlight can enter the house.
Puis... Ça, je peux-tu m'en servir en quelque part? Ah, peut-être. Oui, la pierre
I
tombale.
can't remove the undergrowth with my bare hands. It's very dense and has thorns.
Oui, mais prends un outil. Prends ça. Non.
I don't believe it. Now I've ended up doing the gardening. It is indeed a gravestone. A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
Ah, j'ai trouvé!
A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
Ok, mais encore, est-ce que je peux la prendre?
A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
Kinskin. Ah, c'est le chat! Ah, ah. J'ai trouvé le nom du chat. Kinskin. Kinskin. Oups, perdu le jeu. Oui. Toi.
Yoo-hoo!
Youhou! J'ai la réponse à la deuxième question.
So what? I do too.
Le chat a été nommé Kinski.
His cat died some while ago. Her gravestone's outside. Her name was Kinski.
It was a tomcat. The poor thing's always so happy playing with my bandages.
Yes, very sad, very sad. But hopefully this proves that I am a good friend of old Mortimer, does it not?
You have only answered one of my questions.
Two? You asked me about his underwear.
But why would his underwear be of any interest to me?
Oh, come on, don't change
Qui est
the
perdu, lui.
subject. Are you going to give me that jewel now?
No, not yet. I have one last question. What did Count Grunschfeld or Pieperbock say to his adjutant Henninger shortly before the Battle of Butlerberg?
Huh?
What?
Wrong.
No, I just don't understand what you're talking about.
I am a trifle unsure about this too. It is a bit like a coded question.
And do you know the answer?
Of course. Mortimer told me.
And
Of course.
you haven't forgotten it?
I... no. So, what is the answer?
J'imagine que toutes les réponses sont bonnes. J'ai aucune idée. Je suis votre père, c'est ce qu'il a dit. Il a parlé d'une offre que vous ne pouvez pas refuser. La réponse à votre question est 234.
234, of course.
Oh? What?
234. I know all about that. Mortimer told me many times.
234 what?
Hmm, 234 ans?
The professor is 234 years old. I've answered your question.
I asked that? Impossible. Mortimer just turned 63 on the 13th of July. So, 234 what?
Ok, c'est la racine carrée de 14412.
That, is the square root of 14,412.
Not even close. So, what was that about 234?
C'est la réponse en fait. Vous ne savez pas, mais vous avez sûrement dû le savoir. What?
That's the answer to the question about life, the universe, and everything.
Now that I know. So, what is all this about 234?
Ok, vous ne le savez pas, mais vous avez sûrement dû le
How
savoir.
can anyone who is a good friend of Mortimer not know that?
But how? What?
234. Mortimer never told you that.
Well, yes. 234?
So it turns out that you aren't such a good friend after all then. If you don't even know anything about the 234.
Oh, that! You mean that 234?
Yes, exactly.
With that thingy?
Precisely. I see that you are a
Precisely.
good friend of old Mortimer's after all.
Of course.
Splendid. Now that you've proven that, can you give me the jewel?
At last.
Oh, il l'avait avalé.
Many thanks.
You're welcome.
D'accord. On... Mais là... Mais là, j'ai pas fini. Ça me prend de la lumière ici, là. Si je mets ça là... Placer le bouclier. Ouais. Là, ça va aller là. Ça va aller là.
Perfect.
Yay!
Reflecting the light beam down into the cellar.
Ça va pas à bonne place.
The light beam is reflected by the little figure's mirror, but it's simply shining onto the floor. The light beam is reflected by the little figure's mirror, but it's simply shining onto the floor.
Yeah, I know.
Fits perfectly.
Yeah. Mais encore. J'ai plus rien dans mon inventaire.
I think I'd better take the staff with me. It might come in handy elsewhere.
Peut-être que je peux utiliser ça là-dessus. Non.
The light beam is reflected by the light beam is reflected by the little figure's mirror, but it's simply shining onto the floor. A picture on a stone slab. It depicts a man in a robe with a staff in his hand. A jewel is glinting in the headpiece of the staff. Some sort of light beam shining on it. That's the hole into which one can put the staff. It's about 10 centimeters deep and keeps the staff perfectly vertical.
Pas moyen de fermer la porte? Fermer l'escalier? Non, je ne peux pas fermer l'escalier parce qu'il faut que la lumière vienne ici. Qu'est-ce que je peux faire avec ça? On retourne en haut. On va voir si notre ami a une réponse pour nous.
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo!
How exactly do the iron bars in the cellar open? Hey, I'm talking to you.
You can speak?
You know what? Forget it. I'll work it out for myself. I'd rather search through every nook and cranny of this house than inflict any more of these conversations upon my elven ears.
You can speak?
Je pense qu'il peut plus rien faire pour nous, lui.
I've got more important stuff to do.
You'll be back.
You'll be back. Ok, comment... Winner, winner, chicken dinner, salut, t'as-tu gagné? Je t'ai vu passer hier. J'ai pas gagné, j'ai fait 10e meilleur résultat en solo. Là, j'ai une énigme que je suis pas capable de résoudre. Ouais, t'as gagné, GG. En solo ou en équipe? On va aller parler au moineau. 1 kilo 98, nice. J'ai trouvé la porte secrète, chip chip.
Hey, Cheep Cheep, you'll never believe it. I found the secret door and I've been into the cellar.
Alright, ouais, je vais aller faire ça. Cool.
More encouragement here, silly bird. Thank you.
Squad.
I'm sorry, you found a silly bird.
Mes seules victoires sont en squad. J'ai des amis qui sont meilleurs que moi.
Good luck, little one, and don't get up to any mischief.
Ok, ça a l'air que c'est pas là que je vais trouver ce qui me manque.
A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
C'est pas là non plus, je suppose. Solo, c'est plus tranquille. Ouais, en effet. Je me fais tout le temps surprendre. Je suis pas tout à fait assez aware de mon environnement. Ouais. C'est un peu plus amusant en squad, je trouve.
Windows open. The last rays of sunlight can enter the house.
Je suis bouché, je sais pas quoi faire, je sais pas comment, je sais pas comment. Ça va. Ça s'utilise-tu en quelque part, ça? Non, ça n'a pas de l'air. Bon, je te laisse, papa Stéphane, j'ai du ménage à faire. Cool, man. Merci d'être passé. Bon ménage. On se revoit sur un No Live bientôt. Bonne journée. Regardez les citrouilles.
The pumpkins should have been harvested long ago. Some are already starting to go moldy.
Tiens, on peut-tu faire quelque chose avec les citrouilles? Pas de l'air. Comment je vais résoudre cette énigme? Faut retourner voir en dedans. Coudon. Ça me prend quelque chose qui va faire refléter la lumière. Peut-être que je peux déplacer ça un peu. Ouais, mais encore, est-ce que je peux le bouger? Non.
A wooden tub, about half full of water. Oh, great. This has the professor's washing floating around in it. White shirts, grey socks, red underpants.
Red underpants. Je peux pas aller dans la cave, la méduse. Peux-tu faire quelque chose pour moi?
Jelly glowfish are really quite frugal animals. They need water and a little bit of food every now and then. I guess this one lacked the latter.
Je suis halluciné ou il y a quelque chose qui voulait interagir avec moi ici, là? Regardez le crâne du dragon.
I can still remember a time when dragons were powerful. That was centuries ago, before they were subjugated to a stranger's will by the power of magic. Once they were brought under control, they were used by the 100 on battlefields. From that, very few of them survived.
Je peux pas rien faire ici avec ça. Je suis bouché. Je sais pas quoi faire. Puis c'est ça. Non. Je peux pas interagir avec rien ici. What am I supposed to do? Non, retournez voir le sarcophage. Non, elle veut pas y parler. Ok. C'est pas là quelle est la réponse. Aller dans la cave. Ah, ok, on va essayer de retourner dans la cave. Mais qu'est-ce que je suis supposé faire? Puis si j'essaie de pousser là-dessus. Yeah, comme un Andy Ware. Quoi faire, quoi faire, quoi faire, quoi faire. Pourquoi je peux pas juste bouger un peu ces affaires-là, là? Ça serait tellement simple, hein? Trop simple. Non, non, non. Il descend pas en bas de suite.
The small amounts of light from outside are somehow gathered in this box and exit as a light beam from the glass eye. Huh, not bad. Presumably gnome technology.
Oh, t'inquiète. Laisse-moi prendre le bâton. Ça m'énerve, ça m'énerve. Chip Chip. As-tu des informations pour moi, Chip Chip?
Better not. I haven't got any news and he'll only start reproaching me again.
Ah oui, je peux pas parler à Chip Chip. J'ai bougé. Prendrait une idée de génie là. Qu'est-ce que c'est la réponse à cette énigme? Je peux pas rien faire ici. Rien, rien, rien. Examiner la pierre tombale.
A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
Entrer dans la maison. Non, je sais pas quoi faire. Oh, ça va me faire venir fou. My God! Qu'est-ce que c'est la réponse à cette énigme bizarre?
No, I don't want to, and you can't force me.
Ok, on redescend bas.
The light beam is reflected by the little figure's mirror, but it's simply shining onto the floor.
C'est juste pas de bon sens. Je suis bouché.
This figure looks a bit like a dog. One of its eyes is a large ruby. This bird has an eye made out of a blue precious stone. I think it's a sapphire. The spider has an emerald on its back, green. A picture on a stone slab. It depicts a man in a robe with a staff in his hand. A jewel is glinting in the headpiece of the staff. Some sort of light beam shining on it.
Comment je fais pour changer ça? Faudrait que je bouge ça, non? Comment je fais pour bouger ça? Allons voir si on peut se trouver un petit coup de main quelque part. Voyons voir. Pas de réponse easy. Essayons ça pour le fun. Une annonce. Yay! Charrier l'annonce. Ok, fait du feu. Descend au sous-sol. Examine tout partout. Faites la lumière dans la maison. La lumière va au plancher. Et perdu comme moi. Je suis pas tout seul. You're back. Je suis perdu, je suis en train de trouver un walkthrough là. Je sais pas comment faire bouger cette lumière là. Ah, c'est-tu niaiseux. C'est con. Faut juste mettre le bâton là-dedans en premier. Ah, c'était tweet. Puis là, tu peux aller bouger ça.
There are strange marks on the figure's pedestal. Looks like the figure may have been turned. I've got to try and turn it back to its original position.
Ben oui. Et tourne encore. Un autre petit coup. Yay! C'est tout. Va voir le livre. On lit le livre.
This must be the secret book. Oh, it's been written by hand and there are several pictures. There are a few words written in orange ink. That doesn't exist, does it? The artifact of divine fate. This is serious. I should get this book to the Archmage as quick as
L'heure est
I can.
grave.
As long as I don't bump into the sorcerer or his troll, I should manage to make Seastone by midday tomorrow. Shouldn't be a problem.
Ok.
Uh-oh.
Passer. Il va falloir se sauver en courant. Go, go. Ah. What? Une roche. Un caillou d'en face. Hop là. Hop là.
Why are you staring like that? Never seen a town guard before?
No. You're a human, aren't you?
Me? Yes, you could say that. Never been anything else.
Wow.
Wow.
My name is Bartholomew Anton Shieldhand, Royal Town Guard of Seastone. And who are you?
Appelez-moi Monsieur Sous-Colline. Mon nom est Girouette, Wilbur Girouette. Mon nom est Wilbrush Weatherwood et je veux devenir un pirate. Okay, on va y aller avec le vrai.
Weathervane. Wilbur Weathervane from the White Ridge Mountains on a secret mission.
Weathervane?
Weathervane.
Okay then.
What?
Where am I?
This lovely seaside resort. Residence of the Archmage and home of the sea shanty singers is Seastone.
Seastone. Then I made it.
Yay!
Absolutely, I'd say. And here's me thinking that the orcs were firing grunts at our walls again.
I have to see the Archmage. It's urgent.
Then I wish you the best of luck. The guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures. He won't let you through
Ça
to
sera
the
pas
Archmage
facile.
that easily.
Est-ce que l'archimage est en ville, oui ou non? Ville haute, est-ce là où est la tour de l'archimage? Est-ce que l'archimage est en ville, oui ou non?
Is the Archmage even in his tower at the moment?
I'm not allowed to give out any information on that subject. Those are the regulations.
Can you tell me anything about the Archmage? Do you know him personally?
Of course I know him. The Seastone Town Guard is also responsible for protecting the Archmage.
Why does he need protection if he's as powerful as everyone says?
Well, he's not exactly the greatest of warriors.
No?
No. He's more strange. He thinks about stuff, you know.
Il thinks.
Why does he do
Il
that?
est étrange, il réfléchit.
Who knows?
Ville haute, est-ce là où est la tour de
What do you mean by
l'archimage?
upper town?
Well, the town's divided into the upper town and the lower town. The Archmage's tower is, of course, in the upper town.
And what's in the lower town?
Taverns, shops, the common people's dwellings. Well, at least they used to live there. Not anymore.
Où sont les habitants de la ville?
Where are the town's inhabitants?
Gone. Lots of them died when the town was besieged, and most of the survivors then went off with Gustav the Handsome to take revenge. That was rather less than successful.
And how many people are still living here?
Not so many anymore. If the Archmage hadn't had his tower here, the town would have probably been abandoned.
Sounds pretty sad.
But things will get better. Wait until we win the war, and everyone comes back.
Ah oui, il faut gagner la guerre.
Those that are still
Il faut
alive.
gagner la guerre. Bon, pourquoi est-ce que vous gardez une ville où pratiquement plus personne ne vit plus?
But if almost no one lives here, who are you guarding?
Oh, I'm not guarding the inhabitants, I'm guarding the town. I'm guarding it like my father did before me and his father before him. But not his father, he was a blacksmith. But his brother-in-law was a town guard, and his father was a baker.
Interesting.
Ok.
I have to go.
Merci pour
I'm getting to see the
l'information.
Archmage one way or another.
Well, I never. I have to get back to my post too. My break's over. So, Wilbur Weathervane from the White Ridge Mountains. Best of luck on your adventure. No doubt we'll bump into each other again.
Thanks, Mr. Shieldhand. See you later.
À plus tard. Un lapin.
Oh, a fluffy, wuffy little bunny rabbit. All white and soft and gentle and sweet. I just want to cuddle it and... Oh, I'm an adventurer now. I must act like one. It's a rabbit. A white one. Here, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Not a chance.
Not
It won't
a
let itself be caught
chance.
that easily. And besides, I wouldn't know what to do with the rabbit anyway. I mean, except just love it to bits.
Ok. C'est d'autres choses qu'on peut faire ici. Regardez le panneau. Un panneau. Oh. C'est
It
bizarre.
says the meadows. No idea what that's supposed to be.
Moi non plus. Le panneau. Un petit arbre.
A small tree. It survived the bloody battles and the decline of the town without a scratch. A sign of hope.
Je peux pas voir. Ok, je pense qu'il faut que je rentre en ville tout de suite. Plus rien à faire dehors.
I don't think anyone in my family has ever set foot in a human town before. Not even Grandad. there are two signs on the door. One says Master Marcus's Magic Mage School. The other says back soon. Both
Back
signs
soon.
are covered in cobwebs. They must have been hanging there for days or even weeks.
Wizard, est-ce qu'on peut rentrer dans le magasin du magicien?
No one home. The door is locked. No one home.
Ok, on peut pas. Regardez l'étal du marchand. D'accord.
A pretty shabby store. Doesn't look like anything's been sold here recently.
Ok, rien à faire là.
You hear a lot of bad things about rundown taverns. On the other hand, they're often the starting point of many a fantastic adventure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't had enough of those yet.
Have you got Form 12B for me? Oh, the blue one. No, it's just a green one. Hurry up. The post office is about to close for lunch.
You're going to the post office? Oh, I'll come with you. I need a delivery note and I want to send off a registered letter.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils peuvent faire pour nous, eux?
What are you doing?
What do you think?
You can see what we're doing.
We're playing.
Oh, damn, I've forgotten my ID card.
You can have a copy of your passport certified by a solicitor. Hang on, I'll mark the solicitor for you on the map.
What are you playing?
The only true kind of game. A role-playing game.
Quel est ce jeu? Puis-je demander qui vous êtes tous les deux? Quel genre de machine est-ce? Bon, quel est ce jeu?
And what is this role-playing game all about?
It's set in a fantasy world.
Totally without dragons, orcs, and magic.
But instead... Oh! Here. Come over here. I found the tax inspector.
Wait for me. I'll be there in a sec.
Once I've got this stamp, I can finally conclude the fiscal year.
You know what that means?
Tax office!
Ok. Et ce jeu est censé être amusant?
And you really enjoy playing the game?
Of course.
Certainly. You can escape the tedium of reality.
On dirait que c'est le
with all its
magicien,
magic
ça.
and monsters. And you meet new people. It's not only us who play this game.
It's played all over the world.
There are 6 people currently online. Well, 4 if you don't include us.
But one's just gone off to the toilet.
Et quand est-ce que le jeu se termine? On veut savoir c'est
Might
qui.
I ask you
Qui êtes-vous?
who you both are?
Of course. I'm Jack Smith, level 42 consultant at a medium-sized cooperative bank. But I want to retrain as a tax consultant with specialization in tax-effective investments. They have really fabulous skill trees.
And I'm Mary Ellen Skittles, level 40, local government officer. My bicycle's got a 3-speed gear.
I've not the slightest idea what those two are talking about. Maybe it's a role-player thing.
Ouais, je devrais savoir qui vous êtes tous les deux dans la vie
I meant,
réelle.
who are you two in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I used to be a successful merchant. I had a shop here in town and lots of market stalls. Now all I own is that knackered old stall outside the door there. No customers, no business.
And maybe I could buy something from you.
Yeah, great. Why, whatever.
And who are you?
I'm Master Marcus, the local mage teacher.
You're the mage teacher. Could you maybe...
Shh, the game started.
Chut. Qu'est-ce que le jeu quand est-ce que le jeu se termine?
And when is the game over? When have you won?
Won. There is no winner, just like in real life.
The game has no end. You just keep on playing and... Oh! A traffic warden's wanting to write me a ticket.
Leave her. That's a hard quest series. You can try to lodge a written appeal and then you have to...
So the game never ends? Great.
Great. Quel genre de machine
And this
est-ce?
device, what does it do?
What indeed? We type in our input and the machine shows us what everyone else is doing.
It saves our equipment and controls the characters that aren't being controlled by other players.
And how does it work?
No idea. That thing is linked to a server somehow, and that takes care of running it.
Then best of luck in wherever.
For nothing.
You know, that's about the silliest game I've ever heard of. Why would anyone flee from their own world into a fantasy world in order to complete meaningless tasks?
Bonne question. Ok, on peut-tu briser les machines qui arrêtent de jouer?
These two use the same machine to play their strange role-playing game. My family would just love this. Mum bottles apple sauce in jars like that back home. Ours are smaller though.
Prenez le bol. D'accord. Prends le bocal. Merci beaucoup.
The shelves are full of dusty bottles and tankards. Some are still half full. Perhaps the owners had to leave town in a hurry.
Regardez la boîte.
A wooden box full of tools, including, amongst other things, a saw.
Un sort. Prends la scie.
Of course, the saw doesn't meet the gnome tool safety regulations and it's a tad rusty. Still, I think it...
Non. Ok. Tête de sanglier.
Splendid two-pointer.
Ok.
A door bearing a sign that says server's room, no entry.
Oh, la salle des
It
serveurs.
says no entry. Now, just because I'm in a big town doesn't mean I'm going to turn into a criminal.
Ok.
It says no entry. Now, just because I'm in a big town doesn't mean I'm going to turn into a criminal. I don't understand what's being displayed there or what these two are entering, but the machine seems to be functioning perfectly.
Mais oui, c'est ça, je veux la briser. Je peux pas. Ok, on va leur parler encore d'abord.
They're still involved in the game and I don't really know what I should ask them.
D'accord. Ça a l'air que c'est pas là-dedans que ça va se passer. On va aller fouiller dehors. Explorons, explorons.
The cart is pretty overgrown. It obviously hasn't been moved in months. There's a sack on the cart. Something about the smell tells me it's probably full of rotten grain. Nothing for me there.
Sûr? Ok.
Halt!
Oh!
Access only for authorized persons.
Shield hand, are you the guard of the upper gate?
Dead right. And you don't have access to the upper town.
As I already mentioned to you at the outer gate, I must speak to the Archmage. It's urgent.
And as I've already mentioned to you, the guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures.
But why didn't you say you were the guard?
Well, I wasn't on duty, and you shouldn't mix business with pleasure. Anyway, it's much funnier this way.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Que dois-je faire pour être ennemi à voir
There
l'archimage?
has to be a way to get to see the Archmage. What would I have to do?
Only people with personal invitations from the Archmage himself are allowed in. Do you have an invitation?
J'ai bien peur que non. Ah, la
No.
chainsaw.
Unfortunately not.
Well, there you go. Without an invitation, there's no way you'll ever be admitted to see the Archmage. But you could be admitted, of course. If you were a mage yourself.
Mages are allowed to speak with the Archmage.
Naturally. He's the head of the order, after all. You know any mages by any chance?
Well, I'd like to be one myself.
And I'd like to be a dewdrop on a wood elf's butt cheek.
Really? Why?
Well, Look, only mages or people with invitations can get into the tower.
Si je trouve rapidement un mage, pourrais-je aller avec lui dans la tour?
So I'd be able to see the Archmage if I was accompanied by a mage?
No, the mage would be allowed up, not you. But you could say, give a message to the mage.
But I must speak to the Archmage himself, and I have to give him something.
Well then, you must be a mage yourself.
Alors, comment pouvez-vous reconnaître les
How do
mages?
you know whether someone is a mage or not? Their magical aura? Or by the charisma and wisdom they radiate?
By their mage diploma.
Huh?
Every trained mage has a mage diploma. They can show it to me here, and then I let them into the upper town.
So that means if I show you a mage diploma, I can see the Archmage?
Well, show me an honestly acquired mage's diploma made out in your name, and I'll take you to the Archmage myself.
If there's no other way, then I'll just end up being the first magician in the Weathervane family.
Good luck. You'll find the mage teacher in the tavern. Just see what he thinks of the idea.
Alors, comment devient-on mage qualifié? Je vais obtenir ce diplôme.
How can I become an accredited mage then?
You? Not at all.
And how do others do it?
Well, there are mage schools. There's one just down the street, Master Marcus's magical mage school. But Master Marcus shut up shop weeks ago. Now he spends the whole day sitting in the tavern playing some kind of role-play game.
I'm gonna get my mage diploma. Just you wait and see.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh man, there's
Oh,
no way I can
man.
do a full course of mage training just to get into the Archmage's tower. Maybe the mage teacher will lend me a diploma, and once I've given up the ring, well, maybe I could really take a stab at it. A basket. It belongs to Mr. Shieldhand. It contains the rest of his giant sandwich.
Ok. J'ai l'impression qu'il faut aller faire quelque chose dans la taverne. Mais ça va être pour la prochaine séance. Là, je vais arrêter, faire une petite pause, puis je reviens un peu plus tard avec Brianna pour un peu de wow. Wow, wow, wow!